Okay, before we start, quite a few people have reached out to me saying, Addy, what's going on with the Q&A? That's a good thing, right? It shows that people do enjoy the Q&As. I was supposed to film it on Saturday or Sunday. I can't lie, I haven't filmed it yet. I can't lie to you people, I haven't filmed it yet. I'm going to film it immediately after this video. So 110% the Q&A will be out tomorrow. Tomorrow being Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, so tomorrow being Wednesday. 110% the Q&A will be out then. It's going to be a long one as well because more questions have come in. So it could be like an hour, 30 minutes long. And I feel like I'm happy I've left it actually, because since filming the preview video to the Q&A, if this makes any sense, a couple of fight announcements have happened. Joshua Pulev has been announced, so I'm guessing some questions have come in about that. Chisora Usyk's been announced, questions have come in about that. And as I film this right now, questions could be coming in about Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe I knew what was going to happen and I wanted to stretch out the Q&A a bit longer. All right, let's talk Dillian Whyte Povetkin. In fact, before we talk Dillian Whyte Povetkin specifically, what fight excites you most? Because there's been a lot of heavyweight announcements recently. So, okay, so there's been, I think, 5 or 6. Which one, if you could only watch one, which one would you watch? I'll tell you which one I'm going to watch after. So Wilder Fury 3, we know that's going to happen. So even though it's not fully announced, let's add that. So Wilder Fury 3, Dubois versus Joyce, Joshua Pulev, Usyk Chisora, and Dillian Whyte Povetkin. So that's 5, isn't it? Which one would you watch if you could only watch one? I would watch... Okay, let me do it in reverse order. Reverse order. This is quite bad. I think I would go Pulev Joshua last. If I'm honest with you, forget allegiance and all that shit. I'd go Pulev Joshua last. I then would go... What would I do next? So Pulev Joshua last. I think I would then go Chisora Usyk. I think I would. I would then go Dubois Joyce, Dillian Whyte Povetkin, Wilder Fury 3. What a fucking hypocrite I am. What a hypocrite. I was saying I don't want to see Wilder Fury 3, and all of a sudden it's a fight I would watch. If all of them were on at the same time, I think I would tune in to Wilder Fury, or Fury Wilder. I think we have to start calling it now. Fury Wilder. That's bad, right? Is that bad? What a hypocrite. That's why I say, like, people judge me on things I say in these videos like I'm not human, like I can't change my opinion. Right now, if I had to watch all 3, even though I've seen Wilder Fury twice, I would watch it again over all of those fights. But the second one on that list was Dillian Whyte Povetkin. This fight, is going to be war, people. It's going to be war. It's this guy. It can't not be anything else other than war. Hunter Povetkin was like a mini war. This is going to be the full fucking thing. And chat, before we even talk about that, I keep forgetting things. The things keep popping up in my head. That's 4 pay-per-view events in a space of like 10 weeks. Dubois versus Joyce is pay-per-view. This fight, Povetkin versus Whyte, May 2nd, Manchester, pay-per-view. Chisora Usyk, O2 Arena, May 23rd, is it? Pay-per-view. And Joshua Pulev, Tottenham, June 20th, pay-per-view. Fucking hell, it's expensive being a boxing fan, isn't it? That is 4 pay-per-view events in the space of what? 10 weeks. And that's 3 of them are Sky. 3 of them are Sky. I mean, it's kind of difficult because you guys know the position I'm in, but couldn't Sky have maybe said, you know what? Let's treat them, eh? Let's put Chisora Usyk and Whyte Povetkin on the same card. Let's go for the fucking jugular. Let's do it like what the UFC do when they do their big sort of Super Bowl weekend event or their Independence Day event, which is stacked. Let's stack a card. Why spread it like this? Obviously, I know why they spread it, right? Because Chisora versus Usyk's going to do about 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Maybe less. Povetkin versus Whyte would do around the same amount. If they were on the same card together, they're not going to do 600, right? They're not. So I can understand why, I understand the economics, but I'm talking from a heart perspective, right? From helping the fans. Why not just load a card? Why are we putting all of this into one? Sorry, why are we spreading it like this? I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. Back to is it a pay-per-view fight? I don't know anymore, people. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This is a WBC interim title fight between two guys. And again, I do love this fight, by the way. I had it second on the list, didn't I? I love it. This is going to be fucking carnage. It's going to be carnage. I know people are telling me Povetkin's old. I saw Povetkin up close and personal when he fought Michael Hunter, who is fast and can hit hard, can hit very hard. And I thought Povetkin was out on his feet for the first 4 rounds, and then he got his second wind and he fucking gave it to the smaller, younger man. He really did dig deep. There's a bit left in Povetkin. Don't be one of those people, oh, he's 40, he can't do anything. Povetkin can still fucking hit. Povetkin can box. And Povetkin's going to give you value for money because he's going to stay in the pocket and go to war with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's going to do exactly the same thing. It's an intriguing fight. Dillian Whyte obviously didn't look good in his last fight against Maris Vac. Povetkin looked a lot better against Michael Hunter. Hunter, I think, is better than Vac. I know it's not 2 + 2 = 4, but you know what I mean. It's an interesting fight for Dillian Whyte. It really is. Obviously, he knows what's on the line. He loses, fuck me. It's all done, innit? He loses, it's a long way back, right? It's a long way back. He wins, and then he can start the machine going again for his opportunity to fight the winner of Wilder versus Fury. Will he get that opportunity? I doubt it, right? They're going to go an undisputed route, especially if Joshua beats Pulev. But at least he keeps his name there and relevant. I did say on my last Joshua Pulev video that these fights, are all like sort of first round FA Cup matches where literally the winner does go on. If Whyte loses to Povetkin, there are fights there for him, right? But in terms of being a pay-per-view fight, in terms of earning 7 figures, in terms of fighting for a world title, that's all done. It's all done. It really is. People might say, what about Chisora, who's lost? And it's a different kind of story with Chisora. Very different. Dillian Whyte needs to win. And I think he needs to look good as well. I think we forget that at times he struggled against Rivas. Rivas is a good fighter, but he struggled against Rivas. Parker was a good win, but again, that fight goes on another 40 seconds, probably loses, probably gets stopped. He's due a dominant performance. And I think he might just give us one. I really do. I think he's obviously in training already. When I interviewed him, last week, he looked in good shape, right? Looked massive, looked really massive. He won't come in at 271 pounds. Expect him to come around the 250 mark, which is good for him, means he can move. But I expect these guys to meet in the center of the ring and fucking have it. That's what I expect. Looking forward to it. Like you guys, I'm not happy it's pay-per-view. Don't think, oh, Addy does stuff for Sky, he's happy. I'm fucking not happy about this fight being pay-per-view. I'm not happy about any fight being pay-per-view, but I do understand the economics of it. What I wanted, or what I would have hoped for, is that with all these fights so close together, that they at least could have put one of them on top of each other. Whyte versus Povetkin main event, Chisora versus Usyk co-main event. Give us that. Give us that. They couldn't. They had to spread it. And it's going to be interesting. Last point. I did say on my Joshua versus Pulev, that's a lie. I did say on my, what did I say? On Usyk versus Chisora video that I expect there to be around 10 pay-per-view events this year with the announcement of all these heavyweight fights, especially if you add Fury versus Wilder, which was pay-per-view, and their rematch will be pay-per-view. I think we're already touching 6. It's going to happen, people. It's going to happen. Interesting moves with DAZN coming into this market. What does that mean? We need to talk about that, and we will talk about that later. But for now, I'm rambling on. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we are out of here. Peace. Guys, sorry, it's me again. I'm back. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, please like and share the videos. It really does help the channel a lot. And if you want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, I'm done. Peace.